Hi everyone, I'm Sandy Figueroa, one of the academic community leaders, and I want to make sure that I go over this. We're looking at the winter session, all right, which is a 3-week session, and then I will also do a separate one for the 15-week session. I'm using this as an example. Whatever class or course you're teaching, this is the idea. Now you'll notice that the menu frames, the menu items are different or arranged differently for 3-week as well as the 15-week as opposed to what you were using before. Why? Because we're trying to see, we meaning the business department program. Well, business program is trying to make all of the sites, the dev sites in the business, in the courses in the business program uniform, not the teaching uniform. Certainly teaching cannot be uniform because each one of us is different, but to make sure that the students, when they see syllabus, they can find the syllabus, the weekly assignments. They don't have to go running around looking, it's underneath this, it's underneath that. So everyone who is teaching a course in the business program will follow this menu frame, and then I'll go into the weekly assignments because that is slightly different from what you're used to. So this is just a sample, and you will follow this with whatever course that you're teaching. All right. There's a lot of text that's used here, so I'm trying to make the text as easy as possible by showing you a video. All right. So you'll notice announcements, syllabus, weekly assignments, discussions, projects, assignments, exams, tests, quizzes, groups, if you're using groups, about your instructor, my grades, tool, and collaborate. These I've arranged for you, so you don't have to do this, but this is what you're going to be following. Now, the syllabus, take a look at what our syllabus is. And this is in a Word document so that it's easier for you to see because you can't make any changes in a PDF. And you will realize that you're going to have to upload your syllabus in a PDF, but that's later. I'm just going through all of this. This is for a 3-week session, not a 15-week session. I have one that I will share that's 15 weeks. And notice what we want in the syllabus. Obviously, the syllabus and the syllabus and course information, obviously the syllabus. It has to be uploaded in a PDF version once you're finished with it. And the template that we're using is what I've done with your course. In this particular instance, it's the 200 course, Introduction to Business, and I've put it in the format that the business program is using. Okay, again, we're looking at uniformity of form, uniformity of the dev site, not the uniformity of teaching. Not everybody is going to be comfortable using videos. Not everyone is going to be comfortable using whatever. All right. So any course videos that you're using, anyone that you've made up, goes in here. Course textbook and supplementary materials, any supplementary materials, that information is going to go here, as well as the course rubrics. The course rubrics for each course, and you should be using the Blackboard rubrics. It makes it so much easier than trying to create your own rubrics. The form I'm talking about, not the content of the rubrics. Obviously, each course is different, so the rubrics and each assignment is going to be different. But we're looking at the course rubrics. It should be follow the format that is in Blackboard when you're looking at course rubrics. Okay. More particularly, I'm looking at weekly assignments. Now, this content tells you, of course, you're not showing this content to the students. We'll go over that much later when I'm working with you. All right. So you're going to start with weekly tasks, readings and resources, homework, links to discussion boards, blogs, wikis, journals, portfolio, voice threads, whatever you're using, links to examinations. We're trying, with all of these links, we're trying to put this in a way that students do not have to click so many times to get to one other site. Here you are in weekly assignments. They click into test surveys and pools, and they should be able to see your test or quiz or whatever you're using. Any projects or assignments, and you have links to them, by all means, place them in this area, and anything that is not included in here in the list. Delete this item, obviously, after you're finished with your course development. You have the fall 2001 calendar. I also included the spring 2022 calendar and the winter Intersession 2022 calendar. All right, so pick the calendar that you're using. All right, now here's a sample, okay, and this is what I've done, okay. So we go into Introduction notice, weekly assignment number 1. The topic is introduction and the dates from January 3rd to January 9th. This makes it so much clearer for the students as to when the projects or the assignments are due, when they begin and when they're due. This is a 3-week cycle. Okay, so we go inside. All right, so we start with what you're going to be learning, the weekly task, outline it, readings and resources, discussion board, quiz on chapter 1, quiz number 1 on chapters 1 and 5. And notice, folks, that readings and resources, then comes discussion board, okay, and then comes quiz. Okay, so whatever is in your summary, okay, the order that's in the summary should also be in the order that the students have to complete the assignment. So you don't want quiz 1 to come before the readings and resources. All right, so all the readings and resources, discussion boards, all of the discussion boards, and then of course the quiz on week 1, quiz number 1. So you see where this is coming from. Now, when I put in the comments, follow the outline, that is exactly what I mean, following this outline. The summary or the weekly task, summary of weekly task, readings and resources, and they should all follow consistently based on the weekly task, the summary of the weekly task. All right. If you have any questions when we meet, if you wish to meet, you don't have to meet right now, especially the 3-week folks. I really would like to meet with you so that you can see where we're going and answer any questions that you might have. Again, the content of your course, the readings, everything that you're doing, discussion boards, whether you have a discussion board or not. All right, but the point that I'm making is that this is a template, and all of us should be following the template. Okay? Thank you.